Hi guys. So the metaphysical poetry is pretty tough, so I wanted to record a couple videos, like maybe a video for each of the poems, and maybe some videos for the other poems too. So I'm gonna just do one right now for the poem "To His Coy Mistress," and the word "coy" is crucial to this poem. Coy is like you're flirtatious and you're uh like wanting maybe to show that you like someone, but you're being kind of shy about it. Maybe it's part of a playing hard to get strategy. That is coy. So this poem is like dramatic monologue style. Just this one dude talking. He's speaking to this woman, and if you guys read from the four qualities that a metaphysical poem might have, one of the qualities is that the poem makes an argument. So this poem is a guy making the argument of why the woman listening to him should have sex with him. Okay, that's the whole thing. So let me mark that here is setting up the first part of the argument, which is listen, if we had all the time in the world, I would spend all of that like complimenting you, wooing you, admiring you. Um, and he even starts, he says, had we but world enough and time, this coyness lady were no crime. It's like if we had time to have a full courtship, you being coy would be okay. Okay. And then he goes on, he's like, oh yeah, with all this time, um, we could pass our long love's day. Thou by the Indian Ganges side, like you're gonna walk all the way next to the Ganges River. It's 1,550 miles long. I just looked up. It's a lot of time. Um, yeah, if we had all this time, I would love you 10 years before the flood, Noah's flood. It's a biblical allusion. All the way till the conversion of the Jews. My vegetable love should grow. So, like vegetables growing, this is like slow, organically. They would fall in love, courting each other. But then there's a shift. So let me get my pen back. Okay, so right here, he goes, but at my back, I always hear time's winged chariot hurrying near. You can hear, even while I'm reading it, the iambic tetrameter. Um, and so now he's explaining, yeah, all that like wooing and courtship would be great, but like time is passing. Um, and as time passes, guess what? You become less beautiful. That's a great pickup line. And then also, he's basically like, if you don't have sex with me, if you don't lose your virginity, then worms shall try that long preserved virginity. Cool. And your quaint honor turned to dust and into ashes all my lust. Uh, Basically, like, yeah, if we're not using our sexual organs, all of our lust will go away. So he's now advanced into the next stage of his argument. And then he decides here to explain, like, okay, yeah, so now this is what we should do. Um, while we're young, um, while thy willing soul transpires, every pore with instant fires. Again, we're young, we're full of vitality. So let's do it, basically, is what he's saying. It gets a little, the diction down here. Um, he says that they should tear our pleasures with rough strife, almost like all the strife in the world, like we can get out that pent up anger through what I'm suggesting in my argument. And then he kind of calms down here at the end. He says, thus, though we cannot make our sun stand still, yet we will make him run. So we can't stop time, but through the love that that he would like to have happen, they can kind of like control time or freeze it.